that we already knew. We already knew that COVID-19 is the new God, but people are tripping themselves up, admitting they're saying that wearing a mask is Christ-like. And the thing is, there's no fortitude, no value or moral, and there's no to it that you can find with it. Then there's no medical valid reason to. I mean, it's just another dirty thing to catch, trap germs for you to touch, and like fiddle, fiddle with it, and it doesn't even do anything. So that is, I mean, that is fucking enough right there. Enough. You're taking boosters. You call it an infusion. That you can't look at the ingredients. You don't have a liability clause because the FDA said, okay, it's approved, because what they figured out that people had that talking point or something. It's not even about the FDA. There's no liability clause. People don't want to be responsible for what happens to you. And then are you going to be boosting? You know, already boosting is bad for everything. Bad for the immune system. Boosting, you're not supposed to boost. You're supposed to slow build out. Like on a template or something. You're supposed to slow build out, and then if you get sick, you remove one thing that from your life and you replace it with something else, because that's you just need, right? So I'm not gonna tell people how to heal themselves, but I could tell you that it's not critical thinking when you're just shutting down all the avenues that people have to sustain and upward to find some upward mobility. If you help shut down and fucking go around in coercion, they've been taken over because of coercion tactics, and they translate even on the road, because like I've seen women losing in shit and coercive driving people they don't even know. Like I told you in another video is not even just. So anyways, like multiple accidents. This one chick tried to run the dude down. She was here, fucker, fucker. So with her head out the window, like driving with the head out the window. Crazy. They tried to kill somebody, and she have him pegged and they have him pegged because they can't process something. And so they zone in on somebody. Somebody's got to be one-dimensional evil or something. Then they'll snap out of it and they'll be like, "Oh, I left my car. Oh, you lied. You know, I didn't do that. You're lying." Like they love their car. I was like, you just love your car? You're crazy. Your car is a bucket. It's a bucket car. It's not critical thinking. You keep stressing critical thinking because they're trying to troll people that put in the due diligence to find out what they need for personal responsibility. Then they go off your reaction. It's how you choose to heal yourself. It's not. You're not aggregating your information correctly. Like they don't. You know what I'm saying? They're always talking about if it's the most important election ever, but then they only look at one poll. You only look at one or two. You only believe a couple of polls and you throw the rest of them out, but you need them to get closer to the real number. So it's not about even finding the actual number. You're just lying to yourself and, you know, or because, you know, because it's fixed or something, then you're going to be like, oh, I was right. Oh, okay, you're a nerd. You're a news junkie and you study. It's not that. You're supposed to study your enemies and fucking, because there's no sinister motivation in the universe. You study your enemies to find the aspects on the subterranean level that are decent. Then not all of them recognize. Of course, your enemies are still going to be majority against you, but you got to know why, what they perceive, so then you can start playing with perception. You start playing with perception. There's all these postulations about what they're gonna do to you and shit. They haven't done it yet. All the chemtrails and everything, and the poison water and the, you know, fake food and everything. It's not killing us enough. Yeah, it's not enough, and it's not soon enough. It's not going to be in time. Again, it's going to be out of control. It's out of control. 72% of the black population does not want to start boosting their fucking immune system. You like come up with the arbitrary reason to shut down the economy. That's what like we can't put it together. What land grabs and consumer-based NGO COINTELPRO fucking telling us how we're supposed to think. That's just what it is. So there's that, and then there's just what it do, and we are builders. It's not all the time do we get to. We don't always excel because it's not always the condition for us to really shine. But then, if necessary, then saying we will. And like when we do, you see that we're in it for a entirely different purpose. Then you can't lie about it anymore. I mean, you can't be critical of somebody who can contribute to a platform or a position and be support. You can't, because if they've done it, then you see what the kind of shit that they're on, and you're just inciting contentious bickering to manipulate people, and you get a little bit to influence exert your influence a little bit that way. Like, and that's like some hypochondriac, that's some typhoid. So you're gonna hit them up on the victim mentality or any of that shit because they're playing games, and that's all fun and games. They're drawing you out. So that's what's wrong if they educate people, because they draw them out. You're drawing them out. Educate means to wipe the excess moisture to scrape it, the excess moisture from the bathhouse. Educate. Investigate bathhouse. It's also it's council usually. It was like performed by council and shit. You're mentally occupied with all the time with the states, of the affairs of the states, or some politician on campaign, which are power jockey thing. Like their minds are always on higher level shit. They don't even. I mean, I'm not agreeing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's how they run their shit. It would be an apprentice or somebody who would be like, fucking. I wonder if they scraped his balls. I don't think so. Because you can't not scrub your balls dry. Somebody has to do it. I wouldn't put a blade that close to my balls. You just use a towel and you stretch your balls, and you rub, fucking strip the oils. It's gross.